Our 2023 show is entitled Night and Day. We tossed around a lot of themes for the show and just happened upon this one because we felt like it gave us a title or a theme that would not hem us in. We could have a lot of diversity in the show, and we did. We actually started with Beethoven. That was the first for us, and then went into Cole Porter's Night and Day for the big hit. Dizzy Gillespie's Night in Tunisia had just a little bit of Pat Metheny's Heat of the Day, and then closed out with some chords from Andrew Lloyd Webber's Music of the Night. So that's a whole lot to pack in just into the opener. And then it really didn't stop. It really just kept going. We quoted some Moon River from Henry Mancini, and then the majorettes were featured on Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting by Elton John. Really a good vehicle for them. It was a lot of fun. Segued into a tune in 5/4 by Sting, which is a personal favorite of mine, and I know that Dr. Wiggins likes Sting too, entitled 7 Days, off of the 10 Summoner's Tales CD, which was very successful. We got a lot of positive feedback from that. A lot of people in our audiences remembered that tune. A lot of the music educators in the press box remembered that tune, and they were just astounded that we brought it to the field. But it's pretty natural. Took us a minute to learn it, but it was pretty natural to have on the field. Color Guard was featured to that, did an outstanding job. And then we brought the Lionettes forward with Lionel Richie's All Night Long from 1985, which was 1983, was a really popular tune. So the majorettes were from 73, the Lionettes were from 83, and the Color Guard was from 93. We didn't know that going in, it just worked out that way. But All Night Long was very successful. We found out how good singers were not, singing the little breakdown in the middle. But if it wasn't great singing, it was at least comical. Then we segued into a Bruno Mars tune entitled "Talking to the Moon." I was not real familiar with the piece. I was going to use Henry Mancini's Moon River, which I was familiar with, but several people said, "Hey, you really ought to consider this tune," and I thought it was a great song, and it would connect better with a younger audience. So we went with "Talking to the Moon," and whoever that was right. And then on the ending, we went into some Cirque du Soleil, Circus of the Sun material, where we featured a keytar. Never done anything like that, but a young man named Simon Edwards, who's a great pianist, percussion major here with us, we felt like he could handle that, and he could, and he did, and it was a huge, successful ending. It really gave us some new and different material, a way to approach some Cirque du Soleil material that we've never brought to the field. The crowds were ecstatic. It was very successful, and glad we did it. Now, I don't know how we're going to top that for next year unless we just light Simon's hair on fire and let him do that all over again. But I don't know. He likes his hair. We'll see.
your name line along with the entire match. But first, we turn to the pop music sensation, Lunar Mars.
The